What if your entire life has been a carefully crafted illusion? Yes, you heard that right. An illusion so intricate, so convincing, that you've never questioned its reality. Think about it. The routines you follow, the thoughts that dominate your mind, the emotions you feel, all of it might be part of a loop reality designed to keep you asleep. This isn't just a philosophical musing or a sci-fi movie plot. It's a chilling possibility that ancient thinkers and modern philosophers alike have warned us about. Imagine waking up every morning to a script you didn't write, performing actions you didn't consciously choose, and living a life that feels oddly predictable. It's as if we're trapped in a dream while convincing ourselves we're awake. Gurdjieff, one of the most enigmatic spiritual teachers of the 20th century, called this state waking sleep. And here's the kicker. His discoveries were so profound, so disruptive to the status quo, that even organizations like the FBI supposedly sought to silence him. Why? Because awakening from this illusion threatens the very foundations of control that govern our lives. This video isn't just about theories. It's about exposing the mechanisms that keep you asleep and providing the tools to break free. Stay with us until the end, because what you're about to learn could change your life forever. Together, we'll explore the concept of loop reality, the illusion of freedom, and the steps to reclaiming your consciousness. Are you ready to pull back the curtain on your own existence? Let's begin. Picture this. You wake up, scroll through your phone, grab a coffee, commute to work, come home, binge watch a series, and fall asleep, only to do it all over again the next day. Sound familiar? This cycle, repeated endlessly, is what we call looped reality. It's not just the external routine that's repetitive. It's the internal state of mind, the automatic reactions, and the predictable patterns of thought that define it. We're living the same day over and over, convinced that we're making progress, when in reality, we're stuck. What makes this loop so insidious is how normal it feels. Society reinforces it. The 9 to 5 grind, the weekend escapes, the constant pursuit of material goals. These routines give us a sense of stability and purpose, but they also numb us to the deeper questions. Who am I? What's the meaning of all this? Gurdjieff's teachings suggest that our lives are dictated by mechanical habits, much like a pre-programmed machine. Without awareness, we're little more than actors in a script we didn't write. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. How often do you catch yourself doing things on autopilot? Maybe it's mindlessly scrolling through social media, reacting to emails, or repeating the same arguments with loved ones. These unconscious patterns are the hallmark of looped reality, keeping us trapped in a false sense of progress. But breaking free is possible, and it starts with recognizing the loop. In this chapter, we've laid the foundation for understanding looped reality. But the question remains, how do we escape it? The answer lies in uncovering the illusion that underpins it all. Let's dive deeper into this in the next chapter. What if everything you see, hear, and experience is part of an elaborate construct, a matrix designed to keep you in line? This might sound like a concept pulled straight from the iconic movie The Matrix, but the parallels between Neo's journey and Gurdjieff's teachings are hard to ignore. The illusion of reality is more than just a metaphor. It's the framework of a system built on habits, programming, and subconscious acceptance of the status quo. In The Matrix, Neo's awakening begins when he's presented with a choice: the red pill or the blue pill. This choice represents the critical moment of stepping out of ignorance and into awareness. Gurdjieff's teachings mirror this idea, suggesting that our reality is governed by invisible forces, not machines, but the collective habits, beliefs, and fears that we've inherited and perpetuated. Breaking free starts with seeing these forces for what they are: illusions. Consider the way society conditions us. From a young age, we're taught what to value, how to behave, and even how to think. We're rewarded for conformity and punished for deviation. Over time, this conditioning becomes so ingrained that we mistake it for reality. The patterns of looped reality aren't just personal, they're systemic, woven into the fabric of our culture and institutions. To break the matrix, we must first recognize its existence. This requires courage and an open mind. Ask yourself, what beliefs do I hold that I've never questioned? What fears keep me from exploring new possibilities? Just as Neo had to unlearn everything he thought he knew, so must we dismantle the programming that keeps us asleep. But awareness alone isn't enough. Gurdjieff emphasized the need for action, deliberate steps to disrupt the cycle of waking sleep. This means observing our thoughts, questioning our motives, and challenging the narratives we've accepted as truth. The process is uncomfortable, even painful, but it's the only path to genuine freedom. As we move forward, we'll explore the state of waking sleep in greater detail and uncover practical steps to awaken. Are you ready to take a red pill? Let's continue. Have you ever felt like you're sleepwalking through life, going through the motions without truly being present? This state is what Gurdjieff referred to as waking sleep, and it's the cornerstone of his teachings. Waking sleep is the paradoxical condition of being physically awake, but mentally and spiritually asleep. It's the state in which most of humanity operates, trapped in automatic reactions and unaware of the deeper truths that lie just beneath the surface. Think about how often your mind is preoccupied, rehashing past events, worrying about the future, or mindlessly consuming information. In these moments, are you truly present? Waking sleep isn't just a personal issue, it's a collective one. Entire societies function on autopilot, driven by habits, distractions, and unconscious desires. This creates a world where genuine connection, creativity, and self-awareness are stifled. Gurdjieff warned that waking sleep is dangerous because it prevents us from reaching our full potential. When we're stuck in this state, we're easily manipulated by external forces, whether it's societal expectations, media influences, or our own unexamined beliefs. It's as if we're puppets, with invisible strings pulling us in directions we're barely aware of. The first step to breaking free from waking sleep is to recognize it. Start by observing your daily life. How often do you react without thinking? How frequently do you feel like a passenger in your own life, rather than the driver? These are signs that you're operating in waking sleep. Awareness is the antidote, and it begins with small moments of presence, noticing the texture of your food, the rhythm of your breath, or the emotions coursing through your body. As we delve deeper, we'll explore the practice of self-observation, which Gurdjieff described as the key to awakening. But for now, simply ask yourself, am I truly awake, or am I living in a dream within a dream? If waking sleep is the disease, then self-observation is the cure. Gurdjieff taught that the first step toward awakening is to become a witness to your own life. But what does this really mean? Self-observation is the practice of looking at your thoughts, emotions, and actions with detachment. It's not about judging yourself or trying to change immediately. It's about becoming aware. Imagine stepping outside of yourself and watching your life like a movie. What patterns do you notice? Perhaps you see how often you react with frustration in traffic, or how quickly you judge others in conversation. These moments of observation are powerful because they shine a light on the unconscious habits that keep you in waking sleep. Gurdjieff emphasized that self-observation requires honesty and courage. It's not easy to confront the parts of ourselves we'd rather ignore. For instance, you might notice that your anger often stems from fear, or that your constant busyness is a way to avoid deeper feelings of inadequacy. These realizations can be uncomfortable, but they're essential for growth. To practice self-observation, start small. Set aside a few moments each day to reflect on your behavior. Ask yourself questions like, why did I react that way? What was I feeling in that moment? Over time, you'll begin to see patterns and connections that were previously hidden. The key is to observe without judgment. Remember, the goal isn't to fix yourself overnight, but to wake up to the reality of who you are. Self-observation is like turning on a light in a dark room. At first, the brightness might be overwhelming, but soon you'll see things clearly. And with clarity comes the power to change. In the next chapter, we'll explore why Gurdjieff's teachings were considered so revolutionary and so threatening to those in power. What happens when someone threatens to dismantle the very framework of control that governs society? They become a target. Gurdjieff's teachings were not merely about personal transformation. They posed a direct challenge to institutional power. His assertion that most people live in waking sleep unconscious and manipulable, struck at the heart of societal structures built on obedience and conformity. It's said that the FBI and other organizations fear Gurdjieff's ideas because they encourage individuals to question authority, think critically, and break free from societal programming. Consider the historical context. In times of great political and social upheaval, governments have often sought to suppress dissenting voices. Gurdjieff's emphasis on awakening was viewed as a threat to the status quo, a spark that could ignite widespread change. But how exactly did Gurdjieff's teachings provoke such a reaction? At the core of his philosophy was the idea that human beings are not truly free. He argued that we are conditioned from birth by societal norms, religious doctrines, and cultural expectations. This conditioning creates a false personality, a mask we wear to fit into the world, but one that disconnects us from our authentic selves. By encouraging people to shed this false personality and awaken to their true nature, Gurdjieff offered a pathway to liberation. However, liberation is inherently disruptive. A society filled with awakened individuals, people who think for themselves and refuse to be controlled, is a society that challenges existing power dynamics. This is why his teachings were considered dangerous. The alleged involvement of the FBI in silencing Gurdjieff's work is part of a larger pattern of knowledge suppression. Throughout history, powerful institutions have sought to control information that could empower the masses. From the burning of books to the censorship of revolutionary ideas, the goal has always been the same: maintain control by keeping people in the dark. As we reflect on Gurdjieff's legacy, we must ask ourselves, what other truths are being hidden from us? And how can we uncover them? In the next chapter, we'll explore practical steps to awaken and reclaim our freedom. The journey isn't easy, but it's the only way to break free from the illusion. Now that we understand the illusion and the forces that keep us trapped in waking sleep, the question remains: how do we break free? Awakening is not an abstract concept. It's a process, one that requires effort, consistency, and courage. Gurdjieff believed that true freedom comes from harmonizing the mind, body, and emotions. Each of these aspects of our being must work in alignment to escape the mechanical patterns of daily life. The first practical step is self-remembering. This is more than just self-awareness. It's the practice of being fully present in the moment while simultaneously observing yourself. For instance, as you listen to this, take a moment to notice your posture, your breathing, and the thoughts running through your mind. This act of self-remembering interrupts the automatic patterns of waking sleep and anchors you in the present. Another essential practice is intentional effort. Gurdjieff emphasized that awakening requires conscious struggle. This might involve questioning deeply held beliefs, resisting the pull of distractions, or engaging in activities that challenge your comfort zone. Intentional effort is the antidote to the inertia of mechanical living. Physical practices also play a crucial role in awakening. Gurdjieff often incorporated movements and exercises designed to synchronize the body with conscious intention. Something as simple as mindful walking or deliberate breathing exercises can help bridge the gap between the physical and the spiritual. Emotional awareness is equally important. Many of us are ruled by our emotions, reacting impulsively to external events without understanding their deeper causes. By observing and naming our emotions, we can begin to understand their origins and prevent them from dictating our actions. Finally, seek community. Awakening is a personal journey, but it doesn't have to be a solitary one. Surround yourself with others who are committed to self-discovery and growth. The shared energy and insights of a supportive group can amplify your progress. Remember, the path to awakening is not linear. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt, but each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to freedom. In final chapter, we'll summarize the key lessons and issue a powerful call to action. The choice to awaken is yours. We've traveled a long road together, uncovering the illusion of waking sleep, exploring the mechanics of looped reality, and discovering practical steps to break free. Now, it's time to reflect on what we've learned and face the ultimate question. Will you choose to awaken? Awakening isn't just about breaking free from the patterns that confine you. It's about reclaiming your life. It's about stepping into the driver's seat of your existence and embracing the limitless potential that comes with self-awareness. This journey isn't for the faint of heart. It demands courage, persistence, and an unshakable belief in your ability to transform. As we conclude, let's recap the key ideas. Waking sleep is the state of unconscious living, a condition that keeps us trapped in repetitive patterns and disconnected from our true selves. Looped reality reinforces this state, creating an endless cycle of habits and routines. But through self-observation, intentional effort, and the harmonization of mind, body, and emotions, we can begin to awaken. Remember, awakening is not an event, it's a process. There will be days when the pull of old habits feels overwhelming. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, whispering that change is impossible. But each time you choose awareness over autopilot, growth over comfort, you take a step closer to freedom. The world needs awakened individuals now more than ever. Imagine the impact of a society where people think critically, act consciously, and connect deeply. It starts with you. The choice to awaken is yours alone to make. So, as this journey comes to a close, ask yourself, are you ready to take the first step? Are you ready to awaken? If this video has resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others who might be searching for their own path to freedom. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and join our community. Together, we can create a world that values awareness, authenticity, and growth. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay awake, stay present, and stay free.